Hello everyone and welcome back to the Events Cast. How are you all lovely people doing? I am really glad to be back here with you today. We have been on a couple of months break, but it's so good to be back. It's so good to be back speaking with you, to speaking with the guests that are coming on here very soon, and to just be back in the production of it. If you are a regular listening here and have enjoyed the break with us, I hope it's not been too long for you. But welcome back. I'm really glad that you're still here with me listening on. And if you're new, if it's the first episode you're listening to, welcome. Welcome to the Events Cast. I hope to bring inspiration, motivation to your lives, to your events, to your marketing. And I hope to see you again. If you are new or if you are actually recurring but haven't yet subscribed, there is a little button wherever you are listening to this that will enable you to subscribe and make sure you get all future episodes, all future podcasts. So do that now. We are back. It is a bit of a welcome, update, celebration episode. So it's just a great moment to do it. For anyone who may not know, I am Francesca and I am your host. I'm the host of the Events Cast. And you're going to hear me every week in here talking to you on the Events Cast, whether be with a guest or whether be solo. I will always be here. So every other week we have a guest episode talking with a fantastic event marketer about their trade, about their expertise. We talk about it all. We talk about social media, email marketing, specific campaigns. And then every other week, we're going to be doing a new episode type, which is what I'm going to be talking to you about now in today's episode. It's going to be a short update one today, and I'm going to tell you what it's all about, this new episode type. So hang on with me if you want to find out. We are going to crack the intro now so we can get a bit of music going, and then I'll let you know what we have planned for the near future. Welcome to the Events Cast, a podcast to help event professionals attract more attendees and grow their events. Through weekly interviews with event professionals and solo episodes with myself, you'll learn practical tips and strategies to better market your events. I'm your host, Francesca Bellit, and I'm the co-founder of Bbr Web Design and a marketing coach helping event producers achieve their marketing goals with a conversion-optimized event website. If you need support with your event websites or marketing, visit theeventscast.com to check out how we can work together. And while you're there, explore some of the freebies made just for you. And now for today's episode. So before we talk about what's coming here in the future of the show, I just really wanted to give you an update of what's been going on here, give a bit of an explanation why there's been a bit of break. I feel like I owe it to you if you are a listener. So here it goes. In all honesty, it's been a bit hectic the last few months over here and here from my end. I'm not going to talk about burnout. I'm not going to talk about any of all that. I'm just going to say it's been a long few years. For those of you who don't know it, I am kind of a new entrepreneur, new into the business world. Post-COVID, I moved on from my internal marketing manager role at an events organizer's role to actually go out a bit on my own, set up my own business in doing web design for events. So now I work still in the events industry. Of course, I can never leave this industry. It is my love, it's my passion. Events are my thing, and so is marketing. But I went on to work on the other side, on the supplier side, on vendor side. And setting up a business is not easy for anyone. It's tiring. You go to do what you're passionate about. You go to work your trade and you end up working your trade, and you're an accountant and you're a salesperson and you're a marketer and you're everything, which is super cool. I'm not going to say it's not. It's so cool. However, there's a lot on. Anyway, it's been 4 years now, which is amazing, which is crazy. We're actually coming up to our 4th birthday now in a month's time, which is going to be pretty special. I'm really excited about that. But over the last 2 years, we've had some really big contracts on, working with some really big clients. If you've heard some of the past episodes when we was talking about the websites which we've been launching recently, we completed a few months ago to projects that we worked on for a very long time with Informa, which is so great. They're so great to see them out there. But it was a lot of work that went into that, along with also quite a few other clients that we had on at the same time. If you also don't know, I am a digital nomad myself. I do work and live abroad. Sometimes you'll find me in my home base, that is Spain, but many times you'll see me all around the world. A lot of these episodes are recorded all around. If you listen to a lot of the past ones, you probably will hear that. You'll hear me apologizing sometimes for the quality of the sound. A lot of these episodes have been recorded in Indonesia or in Thailand, in the Dominican Republic, in Nicaragua, wherever it is that I am in the moment. We continue pushing forward and recording them, and it's part what I love of working like this, and about all the flexibility that it does have to produce the podcasts recording online with guests all around the world. But basically, I decided to take a little break off after all this long work. After 4 years of business, after 2 years of podcast producing too, as the big project came to an end, we took a 6-week break off holiday, which was amazing. I can't tell you how long it had been since I hadn't taken such a long break. When you're a business owner, holidays are scarce and projects just mold one into the next. So this one, which we were really proud of, we worked really hard on, we just thought it was so important to appreciate that, to take some time off, to breathe, to enjoy a bit life over in Nicaragua that we were right then in that moment. So that's what we did, and that's why we've been a bit quiet over here. It wasn't totally planned with too much time, so I didn't leave too many episodes in the backlog, but we're back now, back very strong, back with a lot of really cool new projects on. We're working back with Informa already with a few different portfolios, launching their website, along with a few other old and new clients. So we've got a lot on for the summer, which I'm really, really looking forward to. But we're also back here on the podcast, which is what we're here to talk about. Over this break, which sometimes are the best to be creative, to really come up with new ideas, to be able to see things from the outside, to take some time off, to appreciate what you're doing, and just view things with some different lenses. I was assessing a bit the type of episodes we've been putting out. We've been putting out bi-weekly guest episodes now for over 2 years, for about 2 years and a half. We're about on number 90 something, I think now, which is really, really cool. And I just want to thank all the guests that have been on the show, that have dedicated the time to sitting down with me, talking about their trade and sharing with me their expertise. But we also have in between every other episode these solo episodes with myself talking about a dedicated topic which I have been requested or I find interesting. And that's how we've been doing things for a while now, for about over a year, I think, that the solo episodes, I started to do them. However, I wanted to spice things up a little bit. I wanted to try something new. You can't just stay doing the same old thing forever. So I have decided to do a new type of solo episodes. We are going to continue here with the guest episodes every other week, but now in between guest episodes, every other week with my solo episodes, I am going to be doing a bit of a review, or more than a review, a sharing with you my thoughts on that guest episode or on the topic of that guest episode. I find this very interesting on a lot of podcasts that I listen to when the hosts do that, of sharing a bit of the inspiration that they have gotten out of the guest episode they've had. So that's what I intend to do as well. A lot of these topics, a lot of these guests, after the conversations I have with them, I am just feeling super hyped and super inspired and motivated. A lot of them, ideas are flowing in my mind. I have a lot of follow-up ideas, which I many times write down or action immediately. But I've realized that I've never really shared them with you, or I never write about them publicly. I never share them on social. Basically, I don't share them with anyone out in the world. So I wanted to change that. I thought that it would be a really nice idea to, after each guest episode, do a follow-up episode, which I talk about that topic. Most of these topics, since they are event marketing, I find them really, really interesting. And I just thought it was so much wasted energy to not be talking about them a bit more. So that's how we're going to do things for the next few months here. So every other week you'll have a guest episode followed up by a follow-up episode with me talking about what I've personally gotten out of it and some of the things I'm going to action on behalf of this episode. And I just really hope with this that way it can get you a bit extra inspired, get you thinking of how you can also apply some of these learnings to your events, and just hope it to be an extra resource for you. So that's what we're going to try out. However, I would love to hear from you in this. Whenever we do something new, I do it for you. The whole podcast is here for you. So I do want to know what you think about this type of episode. Maybe give it a listen, give it a few weeks, and let me know what you think about it. If you're enjoying it, if you like this type of episode and want me to continue, let me know so we can continue. But if you're also not enjoying it, you need to also let me know. Don't keep the bad backwards. I do want to hear from you. I do want to hear if you're not finding them useful, or if you preferred the solo episodes that we were doing before on a dedicated topic, or if you want to propose a new type of topic, a new type of episode. I'm more than willing to hear about that too. You can send me a message on the eventscast.com. If you go there, you'll see ways to send me a message. You can email me directly at Francesca@Bbr Web Design, and just let me know what you think about this type of episode so that we can make sure we're doing it right for you. So that's what's been up. That's what's on the plan. That's what's in the lineup. I will say we have quite a good lineup coming in the coming weeks. So yeah. Like I think I've already said, if you haven't yet subscribed, do so now to make sure you get those and these new episodes that we're talking about. If you are a regular listener and have been listening in but haven't left yet me a review, I'd really like to ask you to consider to do that. It only takes you a few minutes. Wherever you are listening, go to the rating and review. Drop me a little review there. Let me know what you think about this episode. I read them all. I love them all. I do this for you. It's a lot of work that goes into all this. So I'd really appreciate some words from you to see what you think about it. And lastly, but not least, if you haven't yet downloaded or seen any of the freebies, any of the resources that I have for you over on the eventscast.com, go check them out. There is quite a few resources there, but they've already been downloaded by quite a few hundred people. I hope they've helped them all. Some of them have definitely told me that they have. So I would really like to encourage you to go check them out and see if there's any that can also help you. One of the most famous one is the FAQ checklist, which I wouldn't have thought about it when I created, but it is one of the most famous resources on the list. So that might also be interesting for you. But if not, we also have like some persona templates and some marketing spreadsheets. Website audit too is also on there. There's quite a few resources, so they are all for free and it's with nothing on the other end. You can just download it and it's all for you. So if you haven't yet checked them out, go to theeventscast.com, check out the freebies tab, see what's on there for you. That is going to be it all for today. Next week, first guest episode of the season coming, followed up by a follow-up episode. So I hope to catch you there. Subscribe if you haven't. If it's already out, go listen to that one. And I'll see you very soon in the next one. Have a lovely day, evening, afternoon, whatever you are doing. I appreciate you for joining me here, for choosing to listen to me these 15 minutes. So I thank you for that. I'll catch you very soon in another one, and I hope you enjoy these new ones.